Okay, so I just got back from our last dance class and we went to a local elementary school and we were working with the students on dance and it was a really fun experience. It was really interesting and really enlightening, and I got to work one on one with a student on the dance techniques according to a B novel written by a professor. So it was really awesome to be able to go into a school. We actually hadn't done that specifically in any class before, which is kind of a shame because it's a really good idea. I don't know if it's just the professors usually don't have access, but overall we had a really great time. I think one of the benefits of today was having one-on-one with the students. So there were 25 teacher candidates and about 26 students, so only one were a pair of two, and the students were very well behaved, very good class, very good lesson, very engaging, very exciting. I loved the B lesson. I feel like it could be a lesson that's done over like 3 or 4 periods if you wanted to, because there's so much about bees in the environment, and it can be related to science and geography and history and literature for sure, because it's a book in and of itself, but also the literature of our past and other bee books. And I really think it was a great lesson. It was a great experience. But the purpose of this video is to reflect on my overall journey in dance. So I've made a blog on dance and I've tried to compile some resources, some literature, some reflections that I did on a weekly basis, and I was kind of thinking about it. I was reading through my blog and I'm like, this doesn't actually capture everything I learned, and I was like a little bummed about that. So that's why I wanted to make this video, to kind of discuss everything I did learn. I feel like I made a lot of growth in dance, and I think that's benefited me a lot, as I'll have to teach dance in the near future. I taught dance 1.5 times, and I've been involved in drama clubs and stuff like that when I was younger, and a few years ago I helped run a drama club that involved a lot of dancing, a lot of singing, those things that I don't really excel at, but I loved the kids, so I tried to stick it out for them. I think a lot of my self-reflection in dance was done on my car rides home, which are long, and that is why I was doing reflections then. But I think I came to the same conclusion every time, and it's mindset. It's having that open-ended mindset in order to allow our students to have that open mindset and open kindness to dance. When asked to dance, I think it's hard to convince students that it's cool, and that's what holds a lot of them back. So for me, it's just shyness. It was just being uncertain, and I think finding low risk activities that are related to animals, related to other people, related to mimicking, related to mirroring, all those techniques that we learned, I think those really help students because they're low risk. And I think I learned a lot of strategies that I'll continue to implement throughout dance, drama, art, music, all of those low risk activities that students will really benefit from because they'll feel open enough to be able to participate openly. And that's basically the one thing, that overarching thing that I learned, is low risk games to start off with and then move into the harder stuff, but definitely giving that right to pass, giving an openness, keeping an open mind, using music they like, using a variety of sources, being diverse, differentiate where possible, differentiated assessment if possible, take lots of notes, all those good things, like, were really drilled into my brain in a good way because I do feel more prepared to teach dance now. I think overall I'm more confident in my ability to dance myself, as well as my ability to teach dance. I think using videos, YouTube, literature, backing the dance up in something is really what I want. And out of this blog, so I decided to make this blog for my teaching portfolio, so I would have something to look back on, something to remember my time on, and something to remind myself of these lessons when I have my own classroom. But also, the resources and the literature lessons are things that I plan to take with me into occasional teaching. So I was recently hired as an occasional teacher. I'm very excited about that. But now I have to figure out how to teach dance lessons on the fly. So if the class I go into that day is doing dance, I'm going to have to teach it, and that's going to be a little scary. So I am kind of nervous about that. but not as nervous as I was when I started this class, that's for sure. Growth has happened, good things have happened, a lot of progress. And we're officially graduating this week, so I'm kind of sad but kind of happy. Overall, I'm very excited and happy that I had the experience to learn dance and just better myself as a teacher. I think I learned a lot of amazing strategies, and I hope to keep implementing them in the future. That's all.